Alright guys, get ready to put back on the brakes and the rotors. Have my boyfriend helping me with the one side so I could record a little better, show you guys piece by piece what we're doing. This is the new rotor. We're going to be cleaning this up, a little bit of brake clean and shop tail. There's always a kind of waxy film around the new ones that keeps them from rusting, so you want to make sure you clean that off. We couldn't find the O-rings that were on the hub, so we used the lubricant. It's the anti-seize that I showed you guys in the previous video. Same stuff, aluminum anti-seize lubricant. We put that around there because we couldn't find the O-ring in stock anywhere, so it's really not a big deal. We just kind of worked with what we had. So we're cleaning this up real nice, front and back. It's always easier to leave it in the box too, just a clean surface to work on. Alright, done cleaning it. We're going to put it back on. Just slides right on. And the spacers, I need to grab the spacers and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're going to put the spacers on here. We cleaned them up a little bit the best we could. They just kind of pop right in there.
Once you put the tire on, it should press it right in place. I don't want to play with that too much because
yeah, you want to be careful that when you actually put on the new rotor, always wear gloves. Make sure they're as clean as can be. You don't want any oils or anything rubbing on the new rotor. I see a lot of people doing these rotor changes, and it just kills me because they put fingerprints all over them. They get their oils all over them. I mean, it's not a good thing to start with brand new rotors. The oil on there, it's not going to mix well. So just try to be as clean as you can as you go along, putting the new rotors on. So we're going to slap the caliper on here with the new brake pads. They're already in place. This can be a little bit difficult. Kind of got to be a master at holding it with one hand and doing what you can with the other.
let's start here first.
And more anti-seize. It'll be your best friend. We're going to do that with those are what, the 22 mil bolts that are going to go back in to hold it in place. Always recommend doing this if you're going to replace your brakes, your rotors. Make sure all of the bolts and the screws and nuts are all cleaned up the best that you can. In case you got to go do this again, they're not going to get seized up or snapped, because I did have that issue you saw in the previous video when I took everything apart. The two 14 mil bolts snapped on me trying to get the caliper bracket off. So if you put a little bit of anti-seize on them, it goes a long way, and you won't have that happen again, and it's less hardware you got to go buy to replace it. So yep. Alright, so we're gonna do the other bolt with the anti-seize, slap that in there, and then hopefully we should be able to just put the wheel back on and put the lug nuts on. Be good to go. Go ahead and tighten them on there, just not too much. You don't want to over torque them.
Going to need the extension for this.
And yep, we need the extension. So on that note, we're just going to tighten up these bolts, just give you a better idea of what he just did. The bolts that he lubricated were the 22 mil here. These are going to be the 14 mil here. And there's going to be another set of them at the bottom. Alright guys, and I'll check back in once we put the tire back on.